JCPenney understands it all adds up, and we can help.
Hello. Let's see if this music is gonna. Oh no, we're good. We're good. It's not too. It's not gonna. I feel like. Hello? There we go. Oh yeah. This is what I made yesterday. It turned out good. There's a few like little holy spots. I feel like it looks good. Then I attached a little thing that I can hang. For my friend Bree. She's been on Pokemon cards since the beginning. I mean, not counting when I was little, since that was probably my mom's money. Also, I found a perler bead. Say maybe 300. Maybe. I don't think it's that much. It's probably close to that much. I don't buy the ETBs, so that probably helps. Actually, no, the first time I spent money, I think I sent like 150, so maybe closer to 400. Forgot about that one. But like since then, I've only bought in like increments of like $20 to $50. I'd be curious to know how much I've spent. Not 3,000? No. I don't buy the ETBs. And I don't buy super expensive cards. It's kind of how far we've gotten on the binder. This is like not the best lighting. Let's see if we can. Oh, that makes it worse. Start from the beginning. Page has not changed. Pretty much every time I go to Walmart and see restock of Pokemon cards, I see people doing WWE 24/7. The Walmart that's by me does not carry the Pokemon cards, or they're just gone by the time we're in there. But I don't think we've ever seen them in there. The Target bias does carry them. I think it was Target. Ah! I added Bayday here. I saw a body slam. I know, people get crazy over it. I feel like people are gonna go crazy over the 30th anniversary stuff. And then, like, I have some extra pages for more, like, art cards. And then here in the back, I'm gonna put all my EXs, of course, Rainbow Order by type. And then I have some the gaming cards and then some trainers. And then here in the back I have some random cards that are V's. They closed down the Pokemon card vending machines because people were camping next to it. As they should. As they should. I don't like the scalpers. We got the cute little keychain and the Team Rocket R with my Meowth. All purple, matching my Ditto. So we got purple vibes going on. Put that right there. I'm gonna put this up. Also, the other binder. I have not done much with this one. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with it. We have an Ike on there and a Chunky Chew with a gun. Right now I kind of just have like some Eevees and evolutions. And then I'm gonna do some more Eevee stuff. I got my Pikachus, Raichus, Vulpixes. And that's all I have so far. I kind of just wanted to do a binder of like Pokemon I really like. Just fill it in. Oh, yeah, I did skip this one. I know, I think I just stuck them there. I want more Mew cards. But the Mew cards are expensive. So I'll probably add more Pikachus here. Yes. I love this Meowth card. But yeah, these are just gonna be like my kind of favorites. I got Jirachi. Ah. Should we? Guys out. But I'm like almost done building my decks. Of course, they can always be perfected. Also, shout out Sky for my Pokemon tattoos. Shiny Espeon, aka Glorpy. And then Mew. And then unofficial Pokemon, Cubey. Sorry, I'm moving my desk and it's wiggling my computer. These are my deck boxes. We got the Pokemon Center official one. This holds my best deck, in my opinion, that I've played so far. Ah! Minel, quit falling. Gooby's crying. Gooby! And then we have this one. I got this one. What's that store called? Not Miniso. Daiso. So many so's. And I just added like a bunch of stickers to it. Show off. Here's the front. Got Meowth and Chunky Chew. Little Cubone. Skull. He's gonna stay crying because I let him in and then he wanted back in. It's like, no. I'm not gonna let you out and in constantly. This one carries 2 decks right now. So that's why the stickers are kind of like teal and green and pinky colors. Except for the front. I kind of just did whatever on the front. Yeah, I wanted to explain like what my decks did because I don't have like super meta builds. And I'm like, this one's done. And then I'm gonna set this up for a picture too. I believe my Team Rocket deck only needs 3 more cards, but then I accidentally found an extra ace spec, so we're gonna see if I can replace something in here. Or if I need to figure out something to put in. No, not the app.
Helping raise school meal nutrition standards for the nearly 30.
Actually, I don't mind that ad. That one's not as bad. And then I also, so this is my Dragapult deck, Raging Bolt, and my Team Rocket, aka Mewtwo. But I got like matching full arts for all of them. Oh, someone's texting me. It's not anything important. Also, let me get a blanket so I don't crotch shot y'all. Actually, we're gonna go change pants.
Feel like your toot sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with? What if I told you Sensodyne has a fast and simple remedy? New Sensodyne.
I was on mute that whole time. I'm so sorry. Just taking pictures for the thumbnail. Also, hi Nick. You're probably gone, but I said hi when I first came in. I was taking a thumbnail picture. But on to organizing your deck and like planning it out. So what I do is, once you've got the basics of having like enough Pokemon and enough trainer cards and enough energies. Like, I would say do a basic amount. Like, Google people who build their decks. They normally have, I think it's like 19 or 20, like, trainer cards, like 15 to 20 Pokemon, and then a certain amount of energy, and then just kind of fill in the slots there as like a good starting way. But I'm gonna show y'all what I do. Get all the Pokemon out to plan what I'm doing and where I need to fill in. We'll organize these in a bit. So, my Raging Bolt is the main Pokemon in this deck. And
New year, new me.
oh my gosh, I need to get an ad blocker.
You can actually take.
We're gonna keep this up here so I can skip and mute. So he's my main guy in the deck. We have, oh, these are energy cards. We have 3 of him, and I'll explain why. Even though he's our main one, you don't want too many of him, because I don't need too many of him. At most, I need 2, but if there is a chance that 2 of these end up in the prize box, then I will have 1, and I just need to keep him alive or fish him out. He has 240 HP. It's not a ton, but it's a good amount compared to, like, regular Pokemon and, you know, a little bit less than something like a Lucario. Somebody's opening stuff. He has a normal move that lets you discard and draw 6 cards. I don't really use that, but I mean, if you need to, you can. And then his main move, which is Bellowing Thunder, you may discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 70 damage for each card you discard in this way. So this is an insane move. So because of this, and because I use him as my main attacker, and it's discarding energy, I have a ton of electric energy. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it's any energy, so I can also discard my 2 fighting. I just have fighting in here for the reason that he requires a fighting energy to use this move, but only 1, so I just pray that these don't end up in the prize cards. But yeah, I have a ton of electric energy, and that's because he uses this for his moves. And my ace spec card is pulling these out so I can search my deck for any number of basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, and put them into my hand. So I can essentially pull out all of my energy. I don't always use this card right away if I have it. It depends on if I'm set up or not, because I don't want to pull it out and then have someone like use a card that makes me discard all my cards or reshuffle them again, because then I just wasted this card. So normally I will play it when I have the ability to put these out on the field, and I will explain how I do that. Those are all my energies that are used for his, what I call bazooka or cannon. We have the basic fighting for his move as well, and you can discard these, like if I have a last move or if I know one of my Raging Bolts is about to die. Sometimes I'll sacrifice a fighting energy to just, you know, fully KO someone if I need to, because I'll normally try to set one up as fast as I can and then set a secondary one up, because people are going to prioritize killing my Raging Bolt. So having a second one ready is always useful. Explain him before I get into the nitty-gritty of the rest of the Pokemon that I have. So I have Miraidon, and I specifically have the EX one that has Tandem Unit in it, and starting off with him is like top decking for sure, because his ability is once during your turn you may search your deck for up to 2 basic energy or electric Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So he allows me to search my deck right off bat and get my Pokemon, one of them being Raging Bolt, onto my bench, and which is like the most important with how I play. And if I don't start off with him, I normally have a lot of like cards that can help me search for him. So I try to get him out as fast as possible. And he also works well with Canary, and I'll explain her later. But both of them together just help me get out my bench and help me like upgrade my bench like as fast as possible. He's also good for backup. He does have like 220, so it's only less than Raging Bolt. And he does require 3 energies, but he does hit for 220. I just can't attack next turn, but he's good if like I am struggling to get a Raging Bolt out, or let's say like either my fighting or all my Raging Bolts are in my prize cards, then I can use him to attack and hopefully kill to get one of them out. Alright, I'm gonna get Gubia in here before he cries. You gotta stay in here if you're gonna beg to come in. Wait! You wanna come up here? Alright, you gotta help them teach Pokemon. What are you doing? Lay down. Yo, he had a lick of my coffee this morning, and I swear he got the zoomies for it. He's such a naughty boy for doing that. And he tried to get another one, and I like had to take him away from it. Lay down, dude. Lay down. Oh. Alright. So that's my Miraidon. He is like my secondary, but just as important as him. So these are my...
A bowler was in Las Vegas.
Wait till this ad. So I want to start off with him. I don't necessarily... Normally I'll keep him out on my bench for as long as I need to, while I'm building out Raging Bolt. Like, that's why I like starting off with him, because he does have such a high health. So he requires other people to build up or do a lot of attacks before he can get off. He is 2 prize cards, but if I can stall and keep him out while I'm building up my Raging Bolt, it's worth it, because a lot of people nowadays play with cards that like are 3 prize cards. So I can get I can catch up pretty quickly if I have Raging Bolt built up. And I try to get him built up by the time Miraidon gets killed. And by the time he gets killed, I normally don't need to use his ability anymore, because if I already have a full bench, I don't need him anymore, because it requires you to put these cards on your bench. So I normally only need them once. I'll normally use a secondary if I need to use them again. Like, let's say for some reason my bench gets wiped out, or I didn't get to play how I wanted to. I do have extras of him. These are my secondary boys. I have 2 Wattrels, which these are both Ionis. And then I have 3 Ionis Tadbulbs and 3 spam. 3 Ionis Bellybolts. So my Bellybolts are really big as far as they are my Raging Bolts like loaders. So like he is the chamber, or not the chamber of the gun. He is, what is it called? It's called something, the little thing you break off of it and attach it. But he holds the ammo. So his move is his ability is as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic electric energy card from your hand to one of your Iono's Pokemon. So earlier I was talking about, I don't always want to use this card right away. If I have both my Belly Bolts and even a Wattrel out, I will use most of the cards, all like majority of the cards I pull. If I pull all of my energy out using this card, I am going to stack them on at least 2 of my Belly Bolts. There's never been a time where I've had 3 of them out, just because either one of these ends up in the prize pool. But I try to get 2 out. Like, that is ideal, just because if one gets targeted, I have another one. But I will, like, put as many energies on there, and it's usually GG's. If I have my Raging Bolt out and, like, stacked, and I have these already with this card and all energy out, I can one-shot, like, the highest, like, cards. Sometimes, like, it will require me to get rid of a lot of energy, but I have enough trainer cards that I can pull out things. So I'll explain those once I get to them. But these are my loaders, and then I have my Kilowattrels. Essentially, I use this only for his ability. He's a benched character. I only really need one of him out at a time, but if I discard a basic electric energy from him, I get to draw until I have 6 cards in my hand. This is just like a good reset or drawing mechanism. And it doesn't hurt me to lose electric energies. Because again, I have ways to pull them back out, ways to search for them. And it's also a free attachment a lot of the times. If I already have things attached to my Belly Bolt, I can use his ability. And especially if I have 2 out, I can use 2 free attachments for any of these cards. And normally my 1 cost attachment will be used for my Raging Bolt if need be, or my Kilowattrel if I need to discard it or prepare a discard. So those are those. Alright. Yubi, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom here soon. He's not gonna want to get off me, but I do have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna leave y'all with the music and Gooby. Gooby, will you watch for me? Nope, he's not gonna want to. I'll leave the mic on because last time I forgot to turn it off.
One plan, one price. Introducing Simplicity from Verizon.
see that Doobie did not watch the stream. Also, this bow always gets like I try my hardest to keep it from doing that, but it always does that. Alright, sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom. Hopefully I will not be getting up anymore. Alright, so we established a Pokemon. Right on, early setup. Raging Bolt, main player, Belly Bolt, holds the energy. Kilowatt Roll, good for draw. Engine, lots of electric energies. Energy Search Pro to get those out. And even some fighting energy for setting up my move. Now I'm gonna explain my setup for my trainers. A lot of different trainers. Alright, so you can see this. We'll start with my favorite trainers of the bunch. We have Canary. Even if, or this is not. So, you have to discard just one card, which is nice. But you get to draw up to 4 electric Pokemon from your deck. And again, pairs really well with Miraidon because I can, my strategy is to at least get one of them and start off with Miraidon on my first turn. Just because then I can draw, put some basics on my bench, and then use this to get out evolutions and like potentially maybe one other or 2 other basics. So normally with him, I'll get out a Watch Roll and a Belly Bolt. And then with Canary, I'll get out a Tadpole. And then with Canary, I'll normally get like a Raging Bolt, a Kilowatt Roll, and then potentially 2 Belly Bolts. Because normally my Miraidon will not get killed first turn, so I can hopefully get out another Tadpole by the time. It also helps me just like search my deck and see what kind of setup I have and what's in my prize cards. Then we have Iona. She lets us reset both people, so if I feel like my opponent has a good hand and I can waste some cards, I will normally use this, or if I need a hard reset, I will do this. And they draw for remaining prize cards, so this is good at start of game or if you're getting beaten. I just added him because I found him and I thought he was a little cutie patootie. But he heals 60 damage from each of your electric Pokemon. So I thought that was goated. Like if I have some like damage and I've been switching out some Pokemon, I can heal 60 damage from like each of my electric Pokemon, so that's nice. I just have one of him because I haven't really used him before. We have some Hildas, lets me search for evolution and energy, so she's good for beginning of the game if I haven't like drawn any energy or if I haven't run across the Canary and I need like a Belly Bolt out quickly. Some Ultra Balls, discarding 2 cards and draw up or look for a Pokemon. Again, if I haven't gotten a Canary, good to use for, or if I need another Raging Bolt. Normally with discards, it depends on like what stage of the game I'm in, but like I normally don't get super scared about discarding energy if I can, or like trainer cards that I've already used. Because with my Canary, if I've already gotten a good setup and I've already used her at least once, normally I can discard her. Same with the Iona, I don't always need her So they run as good discards. But energy is like, if I can discard an energy, I will normally do that. And that is because I have superior energy retrieval, which lets me discard 2 cards and then get 4 energies from my discard pile. This helps if I have been discarding a lot of energy and need to get them back out. Or you can play with Pokemon cards. I know, isn't that crazy? It also helps if I've already like shot a Pokemon, like used my bazooka, like if I am against, I play a lot with Austin and you have to use it against his Lucario, which is like 340 health. So like I think that's 7 energy cards that I have to discard to kill him. So, and like that like takes down a lot of my energies. So if I need to grab more, this helps me get more if I've already used a lot. Or if I've like hit 3 Pokemon and I'm like running out of energy to use, again, it helps me get that back out. I just use them as coasters. You know what, fair. Someone came in earlier and asked me how much I had spent on Pokemon cards. I'm like, you know, not that much. I mean, still a good amount, but not that much. Like, I feel like, you know, more than probably your average person, but not more than like Pokemon people. I have a friend who's spent at least like 1,000 or 2,000 just from getting ETBs, but he's like pulled crazy cards, so I guess that's like a win-win. He just has the Pokemon soul, I guess. We of course have some boss's orders. This is just if someone's trying to retreat their Pokemon. I don't really use that much in this deck just because, again, Raging Bolt can normally one-shot, so I'm not too concerned. I'm like, I can just get whoever out of the way if I need to. But he's useful if like I want to speed up the game. I have switches. This lets me, if someone's boss's orders me, or if I need to protect a Raging Bolt for a little bit, I'll normally switch in a Miraidon or a Kilowattrel. They're ones that I don't get too scared about losing. Energy search. This is basically a free energy search. You don't have to discard anything. Normally use these for my fighting energies because like sometimes I'll be stuck where I'm like, okay, I have a bunch of electric energy, but I need a basic fighting energy, so I need to get that out. For my Raging Bolt, but I don't need to always use this. Sometimes I'm just discarding or like using it because I can use it. Actually pulled this pretty fast. Last year, 80k, no way. I need proof. Proof is in the pudding. Night Stretchers, obviously, help me get out energy, or if I like have 2 of my Raging Bolts in my prize cards, let's just say I'm doing really bad. This helps me pull them out. I'll use them to pull out my Belly Bolts and Raging Bolts a lot of the time. Or energy. Professor's Research, hard reset for me. It lets me discard my hand. I'll normally only use him if I have only energy in my hand. Or if I just have him in my hand, because then he just lets me pull 7 cards. And then I have Electric Generator. These let me look at the top 5 cards of my deck and attach up to 2 basic energy cards to find them there, or your benched electric Pokemon in any way you like. So this has only worked with me a couple of times, but there have been times where it's worked and it's been useful because I can attach them and I can look for energy. And then Lavencia. It's just a stadium card. It lets me look up to 2 basic electric energy cards from my discard pile to my hand. Just a good way if this is late game. LOL, I run a channel, so I spend a lot. Well, hopefully you're making a lot. You know. You know what? No, you know what? I don't even care if you're making a lot. If it makes you happy, then it makes you happy. I'm the type of person who plays with full art cards, so... which, just a little bit while we're in here. This is like my favorite deck just because it's like heavily themed and it wins. So, my favorite full arts. I love the Belly Bolt. I want the more expensive Iona cards, but they're like a little too expensive. Bad business strategy. I haven't started building card boxes to live in. Hey, yeah. Use the cards. Use the ETB boxes. my Miraidon, Austin says he hates to see me pull this. I've pulled him so many times, top decking for my first turn, and he just sits there like in my starting position right here, and I'll turn him over, and Austin's just like, when he sees it. I love Iona's cards. She's such pretty cards. Like, look at these. These aren't even the most expensive, but they're so pretty. But yeah. And also, me finding out that Iona has like collab artwork with Raging Bolt just made me so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is just me. But yeah, I actually win some with this. I want to take it to like a local place. I missed it last night, just because I want to take my other decks to play with. Do you get annoyed when someone says they play Pocket but not TCG? No, because I can get people maybe not wanting to waste money. You know, if we look at it from a bunch of different angles, you could say Pocket might be the more like, you know, it's better for better for the environment, but people are going to be wasting cards anyway. I went into a store the other day and I was like, do you have any bulk? Because they had a shit ton of boxes, like a shit ton of boxes and like a shit ton of like packs, and I was like, oh, they've got to have like a good bulk setup because people will just like give people bulk. And they're like, no, they just throw them away. And I was just like my mouth literally dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so wasteful. But I like tangible things, so I mean, I prefer people who play obviously the real game just because then I can play them. But you know, the friends I have that do also play Pocket for practice, so that's one. Also, apparently Pocket's a lot easier to win on because the people aren't as good. All right, we're gonna put this back, or should we? Let's put her over here. Oh, where'd the Raging Bolt go? I also need to get an Iona full art, just like Iona. I think I get annoyed mostly is when I go into a TCG shop and they look at me like I'm insane for like playing the game. That hasn't been every time, but it's been quite a few times. Over here. Alright. I guess we'll do this one next.
My card's here.
No! So fair warning, I'm gonna need space. Okay, you're gonna go over here. Fair warning, my Dragapult and Team Rocket deck are not as fleshed out as my Raging Bolt. My Raging Bolt just kind of like, I built him and then I could really easily see the pain points in the deck, so he was just like, we just connected on a different level. I'm going to a Dallas card party and people are going to making me play. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it. Join us. Join us. Bro, let me come. I want to beat people. I want to beat people. I want to beat boys. That's what I want to do. I just... Look at my hands. Sorry, I did gardening this morning, so I have some dirty nails. Alright. So we're missing... I have this on my notes app. Alright, so for my Mewtwo deck, I know there's one extra, and that's because I didn't realize I had 2 Ace Specs in this card, so I gotta figure out what to use one of these for. I'll be your punching bag. Yes, please. Let me... You probably will be. Like, if you haven't played TCG before, and if it's your first time playing the card game, unless you just go up and, like, copy a deck, then maybe you'll have a chance. But it's, honestly, there is a learning curve, because this was my first TCG. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I do like the playstyle, so I did get into it really fast. So this is going to be 3 retro sticks. Reto sticks? Reto sticks? What? Let's look this up. Pokemon TCG. Oh yeah, okay. I think I have one in here. We are opening a build and battle display and using those decks. Oh yeah, yeah. My Mewtwo deck, its first thing was built from like opening a like a starter box. So the Roto sticks, I don't know why I spelt them Rito on my notes, but I need 3 of those, and those are look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of supporter cards you find there and put them into your hand. So we'll get to those, but that's what this is. Don't know what this is right now. But this is my Team Rocket deck. Woo! Purple for me too, and I am a purple Team Rocket girly. So again, this is not going to be as fleshed out as my Raging Bolt or as windproof as my Raging Bolt, but I really wanted to build a Team Rocket deck since it was my first starter box, and I am Team Rocket coded, so we're going to organize these real fast. It's here. I'll organize these later. Oh, we do have one. So that's these. Figure out what this is when I'm explaining things. Help me figure out the gap. So I need to figure out how to play this. I kind of took inspiration from some people and then kind of did my own thing. Same thing with the Raging Bolt. Like, once I was like, I want to do an Iona deck, kind of like copied some other people, and then I randomly came across the Raging Bolt and was like, oh my gosh, I can add him in and he'd be gooded. You know what? We could use another Ignition Energy. All right. So it's a bit more difficult to explain this one. I subbed up, but then I seen the Xbox controllers. No. Well, this one's Xbox, this one's Switch. Which I want to fight whoever decided the A and B should be switched. I hate it. But I love Xbox. I grew up on Xbox, so that's the only reason. Nerd? No. Bro, I will say that I have been close to getting, I think a PS5 is what y'all are on, because of Dead or Alive Venus Vacation is on there, and that's the way to be able to have it where you can do the gacha system, because right now I just have it on Switch and you can't use the gacha system because it won't let you connect. Alright, still on 4 Pro. Bro, I don't even, you could quiz me and I wouldn't even know what number it's on. Do not pay attention to. Alright. Again, work in progress on this deck. So, surprisingly, our main attacker is Honchkrow, which his move, he evolves from Murkrow. These are all Team Rocket. All Team Rocket. So, his evolve, which I would say I want to start off with him. I have 3 of him. You want to get on energy on him pretty fast, because I can search my deck for a support card, reveal it, and put it to my hand, so it kind of lets me... Hi, Durant. YouTube takes too much of my time. I feel that. So he lets me look for a support card pretty fast, because the whole point of this deck is just to get support and a full bench. So I want to start off with him. Not the end of the world if I get Mewtwo. Kind of awful if I get Bird Boy over here, because then I don't really got a lot to do with him. I can also choose one of my opponent's active Pokemon attacks during my opponent's next turn this Pokemon I can't use. What's your goals of your channel? You know, right now, I kind of just have fun with it. I understand algorithms and, like, you know, I could grow if I wanted to, like by just, you know, making content that works for the algorithm. But when I don't have time to do that, and two, you know, that's not always what I have fun with. So right now, when I stream, it's like purely what I want to do. Like right now, I was like literally sitting on my couch. I was like, I need to go through my Pokemon decks. So I was like, let's just stream it. So that is kind of what yeah, you started as? That's good. That's good. You know, it might change in the future, you know. Currently, I'm like looking for different career outlets in my like in real life setting, so there could be a chance that I don't get to stream as much anymore and I just stream when I can. But right now it's just a way to kind of just chill out with some people, not be so alone. Biggest thing in this one is his evolve. He lets me discard. It's kind of similar to Raging Bolt, not as good, but basically you discard support cards, and it does 60 damage for each card that you discard in this way. He also has Hammer In, which is 100, so like I guess he'd be useful if like you only want to discard a certain amount and then use this Hammer In. So he's not really good for one shot unless you get him out early, which I think is like the main priority. I also have Mewtwo in here. I just like Mewtwo, and he can be a semi-strong character. He's also basic, so that helps. But he is like, you have to have a full team out, and I have to discard energy to like hit for a big amount. But just 160 plus 260s if I discard energy. So he's beefy. None of these guys though are super health beefy, so that's the only thing. But I guess the positive is these are all 1 card and he is 2 card. Then another channel told me to upgrade my stuff and try, and a little over a year I'm at 12k subs. Yeah, I mean, I know, I understand the grind. You know, I feel like if I went in any direction and just like, you know, did certain stuff, then I'd do pretty good. Like, I understand the algorithm to a certain extent. Like, you can look at some of my videos and see that there are some pretty good views with things. It's just that I'm not really aiming for that right now. And it's like, I have to get, like, just because, like, a channel, and I'm not saying this is your case, because there are channels that are smaller and make bank, versus a channel that has large numbers and don't make anything. Just, like, right now, if the profit's not there, then it would be kind of hard, because then it's like, okay, I'm also making content that like I'm not super proud of, or that it's kind of for the people, and I'm not making anything in return. So it's kind of like having 2 jobs, except for one of them doesn't pay. If I could make this my real job, sure, but like that just is a lot of grindy work. So, and like I'm not sure if I want to do this forever, and I kind of enjoy it as a hobby. Alright, so that's my Pokemon setup. One requires supporter discarding, and one requires energy discarding. Both require a good amount of energy, so not as easy to play as this one. To kind of get that set up, I have a shit ton of supporters in here. We have Petrel. He lets me look for any item card for of him because he's useful. And he'd be useful to look for like if I need more Pokemon out, or if I want to have my Rocket Factory out. That's like really good things. Or my Miracle has setup, which lets me put up to 2 support cards from your discard pile into your hand. Again, this is like a similar mechanic to Raging Bolt, just not as strong. So if I have already used a move to discard, I could kind of pull some guys out. Another way to pull out some support cards is my Team Rocket Transreceiver, which lets you pull any Team Rocket support card. But kudos to you though for making a YouTube channel work. Again, if I could do this and like, you know, maybe it would just require a little bit more effort, but like there's no promise to that. But if I could make what I'm making now and doing this, I would love that. Like, Team Rocket Factory lets me draw 2 cards if I play a support card. I was forced. And that's fair. Sometimes we don't always decide what we want to do in life. Someone just makes you do it. 1 day a week, only stream. I used to have a schedule and now I just stream when I can. We also have Proton. This lets me look up to 3 basic Team Rocket Pokemon. You know, a lot of these are in bulk, but it's mostly just because I need to throw away some cards. So she lets me pull up Pokemon. She also lets me do it my first turn, which is nice. So I can pull out Murkrow, Mewtwo, and Bird Boy. Only one I can't pull out is 4 of these. So I can use my Ultra Balls for that. Ariana lets me pull up to 8 cards if I until I have 8 cards if I have all Team Rocket Pokemon, which I normally do, obviously. And she lets me, if I have a factory out, lets me draw more cards as well. So I can draw, if I have no cards in my hand, I can draw until I have 10 cards, which is insane. Also, I have 3 factories because people like to knock off factories. Giovanni's, or Team Rocket's Giovanni, which is the ultimate boss. Switch your Pokemon and their Pokemon. So like if I'm using Mewtwo to attack, or vice versa, and I need to switch one of them out to use their moves and switch somebody else's, that's very helpful. Also have Team Rocket's Archer, which if a Pokemon is killed, it's kind of like a discard thing, and it only allows them to draw 3 cards and me 5 cards. So that's a nice card for a setup. Again, though, a lot of these are used for discarding. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards, which, like, again, it's not as good as the Raging Bolt mechanic of discarding because it's like harder to pull him out because I can only pull him out with my Miracle Hut set. We have energies. I have some basics to set up Murkrow and Mewtwo. I have 4 Team Rocket energies. I really love these just for the ability to discard. So it's any energy. So for Mewtwo's, if I had like 2 locked in on here and I needed to use a big move, I could discard this one. I also have ignition energies. I might add an extra one. I'm not exactly sure the best way to use this, just because it requires you to, as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides basic energy. If this card is attached to an evolution Pokemon, it provides 3 energy instead. So I could use that here, but it requires you to discard it at the end of my turn. So far, this is Greek to me. No, you need to be taking notes. You need to be taking notes. Quiz at the end of this. Yeah, so I don't know exactly how, like, the best method to play with the ignition energy. Let me see if I have an extra one. TCG for dummies. I don't know if I'm the best person. I don't know if I have any ignition energies left. And before you say anything, this is not my box. this box. I did not spend the money on this box. Yeah, wait, I don't think we have any ignition energies. I'm wondering if a horror energy, like what if I switched my dark energy out? Oh wait, we do! Stick that in there. Alright, we're adding a fourth. Those are all my energy cards. Get Team Rocket out on top. There is a chance a lot of like meta players will not use these. And will just use the 4-on-4 method of these. So, and I could replace and get like 2 more archers and 1 more Giovanni and then use these for something else, I guess. Oh my gosh. How many energies are you playing in the deck? I got 8 of these special ones. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13. It's probably a lot. Like I said, I saw a lot of meta decks play with just... But I'm just nervy. I don't think I'm that good to play with that little energy. We'll see. And like one of them is like a discarding energy. Like you do it at the end of your turn, so it's like, that makes me a lot more nervous. Alright, and then we have the Roto Sticks, which look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of support cards you have and find them and put them there. So another support finding thing, and I'm waiting for 3 of them to come in the mail. That's all I have left of this deck. And then here are my other cards. I have Ultra Ball to help me look for Pokemon. 4 of those. I have a Switch card, Air Balloon card, and I have a Night Stretcher. So if I am brave enough one day and take out these energies, I'd probably get 2 more archers, 1 more Giovanni, and then probably get another Night Stretcher. But I don't even think I need a Night Stretcher. I think I would just need it for the Pokemon. So maybe not. Earthen Vessels is out of rotation right now. I had them in rotation, Durant, but they're out of rotation right now, which I think some of these cards are out of rotation. I don't know, I don't pay that much attention. But yes, I like Earthen Vessel. Earthen Vessel is a goated card. I had that in my Raging Bolt. So that is that deck. Bro, I like Earthen Vessel. Do not get me wrong. Alright. Time for the clunkiest deck. Oh, who is emailing me? Alright, I don't need to pay attention to that. Wait, actually, I need to know. So in this deck, I am missing 2 Buddy Buddy Poffins and 1 Dracloak, and that is it. And it is coming with my Roto Sticks. So we're missing 3 cards. But this is my Dragapult deck. It is not built like a meta deck. So organize it. Done deck. 3 cards. Excited to play with these. Once I like win consistently with this one, but I have not won consistently with these. I haven't even played with this version. This one's changed so much. Buddy buddies. Alright, so we got energies. Buddy buddies. Got bosses. Go Alright, so this is my Dragapult deck. I have been working on him the shortest amount of time. And he is themed, so Team Rocket deck, electric deck. This is like Dragon Psychic Forest themed. So Dragapult is my main boy. I have 3 of him. But since he is an evolution Pokemon, he is a little bit more difficult. We start out with Dreepies. I did switch in the Psychic Dreepy. I do have just 1 Dragon Dreepy because he is full art. So I have 4 Dreepies. Kept finding that I was low on Dreepies. We are going to have 4 Drekloaks because his evolution is important to me. Because once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand and put the other card at the bottom of your deck. So with him, it's like I want to get at least 1 Dragapult evolved, like as fast as possible, but all the other ones, if I have them out on my bench, hold off and just use Drekloak. So Dragapult is a big boy. It's a big boy. He requires 1 retreat. He has no weakness or resistance. He's a 320 health dragon Pokemon. And his big move, called Phantom Dives, only requires 2 energies. And it's put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench in any way you like. Which is nice for doing some back work. And it also hits for 200. So that's really nice. It just gets damage out and hits really hard. And to get him out, we'll talk about it. Again, this is not as strong of a deck as these 2. I'm still working on him. So going into that, we have Mimikyu, which he is a staller. If I am setting up Dragapult, ideally I want to like maybe start with him. Not that he can't get attacked, but he can do some attacking, and he safeguards against EXs, so he is literally just stalling. He is 70, and he is basic. I also have Nincada and Shed Ninja, which these are late game after I've already gotten Dragapult out. So where the damage counters come into play is if this Pokemon is knocked out, this is one thing. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, your Pokemon can't take any, or they can't take any prize cards for it. So again, good late game. It stalls, a bunch of stallers. Dragapult's also only 2 prize cards, so it's really hard to get prize cards out of me. Because late game, can't kill Mimikyu very easily. And then with Shed Ninja, he cannot be taken for prize cards. His hit is also only 1 energy, and it does 20 damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's good for having that back end build up. These are my Pokemon. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basics. 2 Shed Ninja, and then a bunch on the Dragapult side. So we have 4 Buddy Poffin to look for Nincada, Mimikyu, and Dreepies. We also have my Ace Spec, which is a Stadium card. Also goes with the Forest theme. When steering each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from one of their basic Pokemon and put it onto the Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon is evolved in this way, that player may search their deck for a Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto the Pokemon evolved it. Then that player shuffles their deck. Players can't evolve a basic Pokemon during their first turn, or a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So this benefits both players, and it's like something that I'd probably want to play when I already have a Dreepy out, and it is not my first turn. So I would play that just in case it gets knocked off. It helps me get my Dragapult out like that. Let's go over energies real fast. We'll do this later. Energies. I have 3 fire. This is mostly for Dragapult since he requires 1 fire. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basic psychic energies, and the reason I have basics is just for surge optimization. I do have some special psychic energies, so I have horror energy. Gotta keep in with the psychic forest theme. So as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides psychic energy. If the psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by opponent's attack, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So this is helpful for Shed Ninja or even Mimikyu. Good for beginning play with Mimikyu, good for ending play with Shed Ninja. But I would assume that Shed Ninja, he gets attacked pretty easily, but it's even if they're knocked out, so it's putting on the damage thing. And then telepathic energy, as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides psychic energy when you attach this card from your hand to a psychic Pokemon. So these guys are even creepy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic psychic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So helpful if I don't have anything out and I draw him first. Also just acts as a psychic energy, so they're not really doing anything bad if I do have to attach them to something like if I attach it to a non-psychic Pokemon to not do the effects. And here are my support cards. So I have Boss's Orders, obviously. Got Purple Boy, Corbu, Blue Boy, Blue Purple. Y'all know what Boss's Orders do by now. I also added Arvin. He is my little backpacker through the woods. He searches my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, and then I can put them in my hand. I also have Dawn, which lets me look up for basic, stage 2, and stage 1. Helpful for this, or even this, if I don't want to look for stage 2. And then I have Drashna, which I liked her little purple dragony vibes. She shuffles my hand into my deck and then flip a coin. If heads, draw 8, tails, draw 3. So she's not as good as Lily's or Professor's Research, but she's on theme. I also have Psychic's Third Eye. Your opponent reveals his or her hand. Discard as many cards as you like from your hand, then draw that many cards. So again, another little Lily's type card. Probably not as good, but it's a theme. Alright. We have Ultra Balls, 4. We search for Pokemon. My buddy Poffin. We have 2 Night Stretchers. We have 1 Energy Search. And then we have 2 Wondrous Patches, which attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Psychic Pokemon. This just helps if I have like Mimikyu or Shed Ninja, or if I like Dreepy gets killed early. You can just pull that back out, so similar to a Night Stretcher, and I can use it as a free attach. And then I have 3 Counter Catchers. You can play this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. This is good for if like they're trying to hide a Pokemon that I put a lot of damage on from like said Shed Ninja or even Dragapult. I can bring them back out. And then I have Spell Tag. When the Psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage for an opponent's attack, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Good for Shed Ninja and Mimikyu. I know Sleep probably might get another one of these. So that's what I have so far. It's not perfect because I still have to play through it. Might take some energies out, might like lower the Buddy Poffin, might add some more places, but it's kind of what I have now. So I'm literally waiting for Buddy Poffin and a Dracloak. Taking their time to get sent to me. So where is my... Get out here. Can't wait to play with them. I just want to perfect them to working as good as Raging Bolt. But my Raging Bolt deck just loves me. But yeah. Thanks for sitting with me while I go through my decks. I will see y'all another day. And hopefully I can report back in the next week if I go play some Pokemon. Bye bye.